Sid and Marty Krofft.
I'm Sid Marty.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm
Hey,
Jenny
thank
from
you.
JoBlo.
JoBlo,
Yes.
this is big.
It's a big movie set, yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are the original creators of Land of the Lost.
Right.
What was your initial reaction when, I believe it was Will Ferrell that approached you for the film, right?
Well, he didn't. We approached them.
Oh, you did?
No,
Okay.
but we've developed it over the last 15 years. It didn't work. So then we wanted Will Ferrell to be in Land of the Lost. So his manager is our manager. So this all happened rather
So he was
quickly.
attached.
And he was attached from the beginning,
Okay.
in the last 3.5 years. So it's taken about 17, 18 years to get to this point.
So,
But if you don't give up, it happens.
absolutely. So it's thanks to your manager, basically.
Yeah,
marrying
that's right.
the,
They were
manager.
big. They were a big factor in this.
And Will Ferrell was excited about it because he grew up with the original Land of the Lost, so he knew it. And the name of the game is the script, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's a great script.
So I understand you guys had a lot of creative input in the film.
Oh, we had. Yeah, we had.
Quite a
But
bit.
of course, they honored the shows. The creative input started with how they treated the movie. That was the creative input. That they didn't just change everything. That wouldn't have happened.
So they stayed true to the
Yeah,
original
yeah.
show.
And
basically.
most of the people working on the movie grew up with the show. From the art director, who did Edward Scissorhands, who did Men in Black. There was a lot. The cinematographer won the Oscar for Memoirs of a Geisha. We had all these great people who knew the show as kids, and this just helps. This is a big positive.
It was amazing. The crew, there probably was over 400 people, and they all knew the show. And, they were on every single huge movie, and individually they came to Marty and myself and said, "You guys really have something here. We hate that it's coming to an end." It was almost a 5-month shoot, and people didn't want to leave. They were having such a good time.
Well, hopefully you'll have another opportunity to come back and do a part 2. You
There
never
you
know.
go.
And so far, what you've seen of the film, what are your reactions?
Unbelievable. Only kidding. We'll tell you next year.
We've only really seen the dailies, and like I spent over 4 hours just looking at them by myself. Again, we got something, and I got to tell you, the fans are not going to be disappointed.
Wonderful. And if you had your choice to bring another one of your shows to the big screen, which one would it be?
Well, we're working on some of we're working on Puff and Stuff and Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. So you see all this stuff is, all of a sudden it's happening again. But we're concentrating on Land of the Lost. That's the one.
Sure.
Because
And
that's
then
the
you
one that's
tackle next.
coming out in July of next year. So we're lucky, we're happy.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So tell me about the movie. I know it's a remake. Well, not a remake. It's based on the '70s show.
Yep.
How similar is it to the original?
Well, they've kept there's dinosaurs and Sleestaks and Checker, and we've changed that. Holly now is no longer this big. She's got a little bit curvier, and she's also British. And but you still got the Land of the Lost and Enoch and the Library of Skulls, and you'll see lots of references from the original series of all the scenes, and they've just been expanded somewhat.
So is there a lot of CGI?
Yeah, there's lots of CGI, and the sleeve sets have kept the same as opposed with regards to that they've kept real men in the costumes as opposed to CGI and all of those, which make it look much more real. But the dinosaurs, obviously, because we would love to be able to get real dinosaurs, but unfortunately, it's not possible.
So you're acting with Will Ferrell in this film.
I am acting with Will Ferrell.
And tell me, was he a hoot to work with? I know he's such a comedian.
Like
good comedian.
the nicest man you could ever wish to meet, and this is someone who just has to be on all the time, but is just naturally funny and caring and warm, and was a great lead man to have. I was a very lucky girl.
Very nice. And does the film actually have a finale? I know it's a Land of the Lost. Do you find your way?
We might. It's kind of left a little bit open-ended. There's a little bit. Well, it depends what they decide to go with. But I'm going to leave that one till you see it because I don't want to give too much away. But we try to get home, and it's whether we succeed or not.
So there might be room for a sequel.
There might be.
Very nice.
We've got to work on seeing the first one first, I'd say.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Very nice,
speaking with you.
nice speaking with you too. Thank you.